Hey guys, I'm Drea Garcia here. Welcome to another Fancy Made DIY tutorial. And today I'm going to be showing you how to create this incredibly gorgeous cuff that you see here. Last year I put out a tutorial for a Constellation earring that I created and it got a great response. So I wanted to kind of go back to that tutorial and see how I could perfect it and make it a little bit better. And I've been seeing a lot of the cuff earrings that pretty much cover your whole ear. I think they look really cool, but I figured it would be really awesome instead of having, you know, just jewels go all the way to the side, make it into more of a constellation so it looks like you kind of have a little bit of the galaxy, the universe on your ear, and I figured that would be really cool. So this is basically almost the same tutorial as a Constellation earring, but in this one the only difference is I'm going to show you how to create an even larger piece for your ear and how to create it so it's an actual cuff that attaches in there in place at the very top of your ear. So I'll kind of zoom in so you guys can see. So it's a pretty rather large piece. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And you can basically customize this to be a bit smaller or bigger depending on what your taste is. So as you can see, you can really see it in there. So this, I'll show you the difference. This is the original Constellation earring I created. And you can also, if you don't want it to be as big, you can do the cuff but make it a little bit smaller as well. So you really do have that option there. So I'm really excited to show you guys how to create this tutorial, so let's go ahead and get started.
You need the following materials for this tutorial. First, you're going to be needing some wire cutters, some 20 gauge wire, measuring tape, E6000 glue, jewelry pliers, back of earrings, some jewelry posts, you're going to be needing 2 of those, and the most important thing is some Rhinestone Gems. I found these packs at Michael's and it comes in a variety of sizes. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you kind of what your ear cuff is going to measure. This is a completed one and it measures at about 2.5 inches and this goes all the way up to my ear. So I'm going to be cutting out some wire measuring 4 inches. So take some of your wire, cut that length out, and you always want extra when you're bending it, of course. And I made or drew out, this is optional, a little template of what my earring should look like, so you kind of have a little guide for that. As you can see, that was in comparison. So taking my gauge wire, I'm going to stretch it, make sure it's nice and straight. Taking my jewelry pliers, I am going to be making, bending the wire up first, bending it in. And then I'm going to measure, make sure that the next bend, I'm going to make it along the line of where it started. So bend it up. And then I'm going to be bending it in once more, but kind of sideways to the side, not all the way. And bend it up. And as you can see, it kind of gets shorter at the very top. Now for the rest of the wire, I'm going to bend it in different ways. This is completely up to you depending on what style you want, but make sure you leave about 1 inch of wire left at the top. Now taking that inch wire at the top, I am going to start bending it around and creating kind of a round bend. And now taking my pliers, the end of that little piece, I am going to bend it in and create a little circle so it kind of closes it up, as you can see. Now it looks something like that. Now I'm going to take that little circle and I'm going to bend it upwards. That way when it's inside of my ear, it's not pressing against my ear on the inside, but kind of just laying on the side of it. And as you can see, this is what it should look like. I'm sticking the pliers inside. That's where my ear is going to go. That way you guys have more of a visual guide of how it should look. And this is what your template should be looking like. Now cut off any excess at the very tip, just to make sure that it's nice and straight along the other line as well. So the template is done, just kind of set it off to the side, and now we're going to be working with creating the actual earring pieces. You're going to be needing your E6000 glue and your rhinestones, as well as the back pieces of your earrings for this. I say 2, that way 1 per ear. Even though you're only creating 1 ear cuff, you still want to put something on the other ear as well. So taking the biggest rhinestone that is available on that pack, I am going to put some of the E6000 glue on the back of the earring, the back earring piece, and then just basically glue the little rhinestone piece on that. So it kind of looks like a little diamond earring. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing on the second little earring as well. And once I have that, just make sure that you remove any excess glue around the sides and just put them aside to dry. Now, moving in your wheel in 3 times. So as you can see, these rhinestones are all different sizes. You want the third measure in. Take a few good amount of those. And now taking your template, I'm going to be using my pliers, and this is going to help me hold the template together so then I can work with the other hand. This is just what makes it useful for me. So taking my E6000 glue, I am going to dab a little bit of glue on all the corners that I want the little rhinestone pieces to fall on. So once I put the glue, I'm basically going to be securing all my little rhinestone pieces on the earring as well. And once I have everything completed in the way that I like it, just this is what it should actually look like for now. See, all the pieces are on there. So now, just to double make sure that none of these little pieces come off, I am going to take some glue and put it on the back piece as well, just add some extra glue, and then I'm going to set it off to the side to dry. And once you've given it some time to dry, you're going to be grabbing one of your earring pieces, your rhinestone earring pieces you've already created. As you can see, this is what is going to go on the final end piece of your ear. This is how it's going to attach to your ear. So all I did is I took a good amount of my E6000 glue and I attached it to the very bottom of my earring. And then simply allow it to dry for about a day, and this is what your final product should look like.
And that's it for the tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate your feedback. I really want to know what you guys are liking as far as my DIY tutorial goes and what you would like to see more. So please leave your comments as suggestions at the bottom as well. And I will go ahead and I will leave links to all of my social media profiles that I have on there. I've been doing Snapchat for about a week and a half now, and it's been pretty interesting. I think I'm getting a little hang of it. So if you want to check out a little bit more behind the scenes of what I do, you can do so. I'm on Snapchat. It's Fancy Made. And as always, I'm going to be putting some inspirational pictures of more Constellation earrings on my Pinterest, as well as on the actual blog, fancyme.com, for all my people who like a little bit more visual inspiration, so you guys can really figure out how you want the template of your earring to go. And I will have another tutorial for you guys this week as well, so you can expect 2 this week. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this. And as always, I'm sending all of you lots of love and light. Hopefully you guys are well wherever you may be, and I will see you guys soon.